This is the Long War. Welcome, everybody. I am joined once again by one of my partners in crime, Kenny Boucher, and we have a special guest tonight, Austin Knight 12 Wingfield.
I'm back.
Wingfield, right? Yeah.
Wingfield. That's with the G.
So we've officially added what was it? Knight 12 to his name and dropped the G from his last name.
Yes, it's his official name, and also introducing Andre the Cat.
Hi, Andre.
So we got a lot to talk about tonight. How's everybody doing?
I'm excellent.
Kenny,
I'm not doing so good.
I heard the gouts got you pretty bad.
Oh man, I partied a little too hard on 4th of July. I bought a bunch of fireworks, went to a fireworks show, then went and shut off my own fireworks in the old Beast Laboratory parking lot.
Oh, nice.
I bought like $80 for the fireworks with my lady. Drank approximately 100 beers. I drank about 100 beers.
That's a good number. That's a nice round number.
And then I had 2 hamburgers and a steak. And then I woke up the next day and my gout had flared up to amazingly painful proportions.
I made the mistake of drinking the 100 beers at a bar.
So you spent $1,000.
I spent a lot of money on 4th of July. Happy birthday, America! Though.
Yeah, America. I actually was in D.C. helping out a friend of mine who kidnapped me and put me to work making a Princess Palace bunk bed for his 2 daughters.
So Rob is really good at stuff like that.
Oh, no
Apparently, I'm handy. Who knew?
Yeah.
That's funny. Ender was actually like, wait a minute, you have tools? And Rob's like, of course I do.
Yeah, he was kind of he was slick. He was like, we get like halfway there, and of course he picks me up, so I have no option. And then he's like, oh, by the way, we're gonna work on this like bunk bed thing. It'll be fine. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You got any tools? He's like, no. And I was like, well, I have tools because I could have brought them. He's like, you got tools? I was like, yeah, dog, I got tools.
Did you guys flip a bitch and go back to your house?
No, we were already too far. And it was Friday. It was like Thursday. So it was like, the hour-and-a-half drive it should take from Richmond to DC usually takes like 5 hours on rush hour. So we're like, no, we've gone too far.
Nope. I've got today. I left my water bottle on the counter. I can see my water bottle. It's too far.
That's too far. What's that? Harold and Kumar? Like,
yeah. Nope, it's like, left my lighter.
Oh, it's too far.
It's too far.
It's too
far. So obviously, Juicy J is not here tonight, but that's okay. That makes up for last week when I was frantically trying to fix the Long War servers and things. So we'll get a status update from him.
Which is almost 100%. I just want to give them like this one piece of intel that I learned. Currently, the home button is not there, but if you click the logo that says the Long War in the top left of the screen, that currently operates as your home button. In case you guys didn't know, I'm sorry for that inconvenience.
There's a little bit of a workaround right now until we get some DNS things hashed out. I still haven't figured it out, but it's all there. It's all there. I swear, it'll be back fully functional, just like the Death Star.
That's right. Working too hard, Rob. Working too hard.
Man, it's just one of these days. Everything's gonna be perfect, and it's never gonna break again. And we are taking those steps to ensure that today at the Long War.
Yeah, I mean. We're all about quality. We've got an elite team of cats.
Cats.
Yeah.
Cats. And Juice has got hamsters apparently.
And we can't have them in the same room because there's many issues, as you can imagine. So
cats and hamsters.
Cats and hamsters. So I think we should talk about, obviously Age of Sigmar is big right now, and Austin's here. He's our subject matter expert on the Age of Sigmar.
I'm excited, man. If you guys have been listening to the Long War recently, obviously we're really excited. It's kind of hard to stay on top of everything coming out.
It's coming out fast and furious. Apparently Slanesh is dead or missing or transfigured or something. We're not sure, but something's going on with Slanesh.
I think Tyrion has something to do with it. The High Elves don't like Slanesh.
Tyrion Lannister?
Pretty much
the
40K version.
Basically, if Tyrion was in fantasy and he was like 7 feet tall and was an elf,
so completely not the same at all.
No,
sadly not.
This Age of Sigmar stuff is popping off, man. Like I've been, I don't know nothing about none of the fantasy stuff, but these models are fresh enough to get me interested in looking. You guys remember Mike Castle?
Oh yeah.
So Mike Castle and I have been talking like casually, through the interwebs and Facebooks and social medias and whatnot. And he's into it. he obviously works down there in Colorado Springs at Gamers Haven. And, he's never been a fantasy guy, but he's like, yo, I'm all about this game. I've been playtesting it, loving it. He's got a lot of good things to say about it, but like, I want to hit you guys with this. He is interested in potentially coming back and doing some podcasting with us. And I think he is available next podcast, not this one. He might even be able to do the webcast. And he's trying to work his schedule around, so maybe we'll bring the famous writer back for the mountain to talk about some nerd stuff with us.
I'm okay with that. I'll have to run it by the cats, but I think they'll be okay with it.
But I want to talk about his analogy. He said his analogy. At first, he hit me with like, "Yo, this is garbage," like everybody did, and then he played a couple games, and he was all, "This reminds me of actually a CCG, like the way it plays, the way you can do your combos, the way like you can do things that affect the whole game." He was really adamant about that analogy, and I just wanted to use that. Is that your experience, Austin? That it's like a collectible card game the way it plays?
Yes, it is. It's so new. That's why people are being negative about it. But once you start rolling the dice, it starts to come together. Like, okay, maybe these guys actually know what they're doing, like building games. Like,
30 years of making games?
30 plus years making games.
Maybe they've read a book.
Yeah, it turns out. And the interesting thing, a lot of people were drawing some early parallels between Age of Sigmar and War Machine. And that's interesting that Haspel said that, because War Machine is basically the tabletop adaptation of Magic the Gathering. Like, it verbatim, like, they've said it.
No, you're right. Like, the thing is, thematically, like, right. I'm the magician and I do the magic, right? Yeah, but this plays like how we, Beyond the Fourth Wall, interact with Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
which is an amazing experience. And I mean, and it's maybe the thing I need to get into, because I've never been interested in CCGs because I like to touch models. But I'll play the shit out of a CCG that has toys.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Oh yeah, the hobby aspect and everything.
I think the balance issue is probably the most hated on thing right now. People don't know how to make this game like work competitively, because we're all competitive, But there's definitely some new stuff coming out. Hitting towards
GWA is stupid. They listen and they know. I mean, obviously, you're missing a piece of the pie if you don't release some document that gives you points. They're going to do that. There's no way they're not.
Well, they're gonna come out. I think that was the appeal to it, was you just take these war scrolls and everything. There's a certain ambiance to it. Like you basically have this and this and this and this, and then there's restrictions. Like if you have a third more points or whatever, you can do these sudden death victories, which tries to keep it in line. But the thing is, if you play with some whack player and he comes in, he tries to game it, well, you're not going to play with him again,
Yeah, that's actually what Haspel said to me. Haspel's like, so you can bring 45 Nagashes.
Sure.
And that will be the end of your gaming life, and you will sadly, sit in the corner stroking your little Nagashes and never to play one game of Age of Sigmar. Like, fine. Like, this is what GWs actually do. They're holding us responsible. And our duty now to make sure it's balanced, not theirs anymore. This is kind of clever. This is kind of like possibly bringing hobby back. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like putting it back, and we have to police ourselves now for balance. Like if you give us a rule set and you give us like a force organization chart and you give us points, it literally gives you permission to break it, because it's not technically broken, because it's within the realm of the rules.
Right.
So all we ever do is try to push the limit of what is potentially fun, because they give us this framework. It's legal. It's legal. Well, anything's legal. So now we have to start policing ourselves, and you will find that people will do it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, people are going to get voted off the gaming island, or they're gonna be like, I'm not going to play that. I'm going to play 8th, and they're going to go off over there. And when they see how much fun everybody
has. And GW doesn't have a problem. GW doesn't have no problem with that. You can literally do whatever you want. Like that's like the beauty of being a nerd who loves to play their games, man.
Fantasy is not dead. 8th edition fantasy isn't dead. You can still play 8th edition fantasy.
If you're still into 8th, you can. They can still sell models for 8. Like they still come in square bases. You can rank them up and play. Like it's not.
There you go. Good to go. Games Workshop actually put out a framework. Set of like army comp the other day, and we have it here. We have the email here that they sent out to the retailers, and Austin was going to run that down because it's kind of interesting. It kind of feels like a little bit like 8th.
No doubt. And Kenny, you were mentioning like they're going to come out with points. That's probably not the case, but they are going to like limit the number of like models and units, or maybe how many
like a loose force organization chart.
Yes, it's super loose, so it's still pretty much unbound. But for example, this is the email that they sent out. and this is for example. So this isn't set in stone, but they're saying that you can. This is an example of how to balance it. You take 1 to 12 war scrolls. So
it's basically like a squad, or
that's squads or units. You can have 1 to 2 hero war scrolls, 0 to 2 monster war scrolls. No single war scroll may contain more than X wounds. And they go to see, like, that's something they haven't finalized yet, but say like 24 wounds. A Chaos Warrior has 2. So you can have 12 warriors in one unit. But that means you can have 24 skeletons in one unit, a little weaker unit. That's trying for them to balance the game. Then no war scrolls may be duplicated. You can only duplicate them once. So you can only have, say, 2 units of warriors, and then you got to get, Chaos Knights or something else. That's just an example they sent in their email of kind of how to set up these games.
Right.
If you're trying to play competitively, obviously they gave us the rules to play for fun. They said do whatever you want. Like, that's still in the game. But if we are trying to have tournaments, or we're trying to do, this is the idea, like kind of the framework of how to do that.
Right. And that's definitely a good place to start. They're sending this out. Obviously they thought it through. So it's an interesting place to start. I could see it doing well. I mean, I'm excited about this game. We did a review of the rules, the walkthrough on the rules the other day.
It's 4 pages. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, there's some interesting stuff. There's a little bit of tact. You roll for initiative at the top of the turn order, so you might get to go twice in a row. Your enemy might get to go twice in a row, so you got to keep this stuff in mind.
Now, all you big fantasy guys out there, there was an expansion that came out that was kind of like that.
Oh yeah, what was
that was called? Man,
no, it was like the box.
It was
with the gold pieces and stuff.
Yeah, it was. They had the coins and the gold pieces. I played it for weeks with the guys.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, anyway, I'll come back to me. I haven't played in so long. I was stolen by a 40K fan group. Basically, you had cards, and every player had a specific symbol. You shuffled the cards, and at the beginning of turn 2, you flip the first card, and whoever's symbol that one goes first.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So like it changes. So like it's a 4-player game. So like it really gets crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's do a rundown real quick. We got a bunch of people checking in here. A couple of people for the first time. So I just want to say hi to. Normally this is Juicy J's job because I can't see the screen that well.
Yo, I can see it perfectly if you want me to do it.
Oh, go for it.
Got my 6 touch screen over here.
Oh, my goodness.
Looks like we got Gothmod Balrog. I don't believe I've ever heard that name. So welcome to the show. Follow Sniper, True Pimp. Looks like we got Brad Yates, Clay Cruz, a true OG. Fatty J checking in, the famous Amos. Lamont, another OG member. Troy, of course, good to see you, and Sean.
No doubt.
I'll go straight to the top. Brandon Yates says, "What's up, guys? Checking in for a change."
What's up, dog?
I think he works late, and I think he's in another country. Gothmod Balrog, he says, "Mighty Empires."
No, that was the campaign thing. Was that it?
Yeah, that was that
was like the tile thing.
That's the campaign.
I don't think that was it.
Triumph and Treachery.
But
I remember that. We got a few more. Looks like Logan McLaren. First time I've ever seen him. He says, "Yo, Logan here from OnePlus Armor here. Building stuff is only half the concern. We've been working on an FAQ for the main rules, and it is getting huge quickly. What are your thoughts on the overall quality of the rules with big holes found this fast?"
Awesome. We're obviously talking about Age of Sigmar, so it's a little early for me. Like
technically, the game isn't even out yet.
The game hasn't dropped yet, so and I haven't played enough games. Like I'm talking, I have to play 50 to 100 games before I decide what I want to change about it.
I mean, there's stuff in it. You can win on turn 1, sure. Should you?
So
probably not.
So am I? No, I'm probably not thinking too hard about an FAQ yet. Obviously, competitively, there are some holes in it, but I'm going to wait until.
Yeah, currently, it's not competitive like this.
No, it's not.
Well, it's patched by basically the very last thing they say in the 4-page document is the golden rule. Like if you think something's whack, you roll off on it. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we're competitive. It's not competitive. If you are, that might be British competitive.
Yeah, gentlemanly. Like, I challenge you to a duel, sir.
I was talking to Rob. The formations in the back of these.
The war scrolls.
These PDFs and stuff.
Yeah, we got all this.
That might be the most balanced thing they've come out with. So, like, if you take a formation from Warriors of Chaos in the back, and Rob will get the name here in a second, and then I'm playing Beastman and take a formation out of the back, and we just play formation versus formation. That could be super fun. I think that might be a little more balanced than just taking whatever you want.
Here's one. Let's read this. Beastman, Bull Gorge Stampede.
That's my jam.
Organization: 1 Dune Bull, 3 units of Minotaurs, and a Gorgon.
Yes.
Bull Gorge Stampede. When a Bull Gorge Stampede charges the enemy, it does so with horns lowered, impaling and trampling anything in its path. Roll a dice each time a model from a Bull Gorge Stampede finishes its charge move within 1 inch of an enemy unit. On a 4 or more, the enemy suffers a mortal wound.
Now,
they get gorged.
It's literally the bull put his horns down. A mortal wound is just allocate a wound. People are dying.
Yeah, you just lose a wound.
You just die. Like, people die. Take a wound. So that's a bonus you don't normally get. So taking this formation is giving you this bonus.
And there's another one. Consumed by blood greed, Bull Gore Stampedes are driven mad by the need to gobble down streaming hunks of raw flesh. Models in a Bull Gore Stampede that are affected by blood greed or ravenous blood greed ability can make 2 extra attacks with a melee weapon.
So a free bonus. So this is literally 3 units of Minotaurs, a Doom Bull, and a Gorgon. So, like, you just kind of look at that model-wise.
Yeah, these aren't bad. I mean, you got Beast Swords, Brave Shamans, 2 units on Gores on Gores. Yeah.
So that might be balanced. Like,
hey, you bring one formation, I bring one formation.
So that could be fun, too. Yeah. But back to the question, I'm going to try everything out before I decide what I want to change or if we need an FAQ yet,
Well said, Philip. Let's shout a few more people out. We got Flashpoint. I don't think I've ever seen Flashpoint.
What's up, Flashpoint?
Says checking in. Dogs, Kenny Robbie, loving the battle reports. Thank you, sir.
No doubt.
Moving straight into sorry, I have a few more. I've fallen Cypher here. Well, I've been meaning to shout him out because he's one of our best people.
I like Mr.
He says
Cypher.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's good.
He knows about the motherland, which is Kentucky, which is where bourbon comes from. So he says, I think the digital 8th edition decks is still for sale. Not typically if they want to kill it though. So I mean, what is he saying there?
It's still a moneymaker, like I said. That's what we talked about last week, Kenny, how like you can still go back in time and play Warhammer Fantasy. You can go back in time and play the End Times, the Apocalypse. But they came out with the future, like Age of Sigmar.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, we used to have stuff like this. Do you remember when we had like we had all the Crusades? And what was that book that came out that everyone played forever with the Lost and the Damned in it? Was that
Storm and Chaos?
The Ioter campaign.
Oh yeah, well that too. Yeah, that was
the Ioter book is where we got our rules for the Speed Freak Orcs. The 13th Company. Strike Force. Yeah, so like literally that was a campaign book, man. And we played that shit like it was real, like it was the real way to play forever. And then one day they just said, no, you don't play it anymore. So I mean, like, this is not new. GW has done this, and you know, and let you do it. Not all I'm trying to say is not new. Like, we should have expected something like this. They used to do things like this.
Yeah, and you know, obviously Games Workshop has made a huge commitment. I mean, they have a freaking golden stormclad Eternal on their front stoop.
I mean, obviously, I've heard it said, what are they, Space Marine Ghosts of Space Marines or something?
Yeah, they're basically like Thunder Warriors in fantasy time in the mortal realms.
It's an amazing looking
celestial realms. Yes, no, it's great. Look, I mean, they're all in on this. They're gonna make it work. And I tell you what, if you go to a store and there's a bunch of haters, and there isn't somebody there to push it, this game will not do well at that store. But you get a good group of people together, whether it's at a store or a gaming group, this game will do well. It's funsies. Like, it is just a cool game to play. You've got all the models. Like, have some fun.
About fun, like, if you guys have read some of the special rules, Kenny, I know I sent you and Rob's, and like, there's some funny stuff. Like, there is. If you think it's competitive, you're wrong. Like, the mask dance. Like, if you dance while rolling dice, you know, you can reroll a hit. Like, what? Like, you gotta dance while you're playing, man. Like,
if you get enough booze in me, I'll do more than dance.
If you get your opponent to dance with you, then you can reroll a wound as well. Like, that is a rule in the.
Or Manfred plays better if it's dark out or if it's raining.
If it's raining, yeah, Manfred's better. Cetra doesn't kneel, bro.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
I've seen a lot of fun videos on YouTube about people playing that game. I think Haskell says he's going to make one Okay. We got Gnarls Coleman. Haven't seen this guy yet either.
What's up, dude?
He's got a 40K related question. He says, "Tell me what you think if the Tau can get a dedicated melee squad with weapon skill 4, initial 4, it's 3 attacks with power swords."
Can they? Is that a question?
Yeah, did you just read that again? You're breaking up.
He says, "Tell me what you guys think if the Tau get a dedicated melee squad with weapon skill 4, initiative 4, attacks 3, and power swords."
They won't be they still won't be good. They will beat Chaos though. I think they can beat Chaos.
I mean, it's always good to have an assault element to any army. I feel like anything used in a certain way can do well, and obviously that component right there is something Tau has lacked for a long time. So they have an assault. I mean, they have an assault phase. Like they get to shoot you. They get to shoot you when you assault them.
The whole fucking army gets to shoot you. Like, and if you have a couple of marker lights, you can easily get like this broadside unit firing at ballista skill.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're building your list right, your assault phase is to assault move away from the enemy.
Yeah, that's super helpful too.
Yeah, seriously, like they're fine. They get to shoot you 3 times a turn. So Fallen Cypher comes back in here. He says, "The real question is, when are you all going to bring the Long War battle bunker to Kentucky and start convincing the distilleries here to let you house tournaments and the visitor centers?"
Man, wouldn't that be like perfect?
Yeah. We got a Kickstarter coming soon, and we're trying to get some. I'm looking at Wild Turkey as a sponsor, as unrealistic as that is.
Realistic or unrealistic, we're not.
They don't know. They're not grooming us, but
we're grooming them.
Can I get Miller Lite to sponsor me on the side?
Sure.
I think you can say whatever you want, but the money may or may not come.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean, I want PetSmart to sponsor my my little brood that runs around here. Hey, did you know that a group of cats, the technical term is a clouder?
A clouder.
A clouder.
Sounds like something you.
I thought I thought a group of cats was like a murder.
No, that's. It should be
murder of crows.
It should be. It should be, because sometimes I feel like they would kill me if I wasn't looking. Yeah, without a doubt.
You feed them though.
I do feed them. They need me eventually. So, Age of Sigmar, obviously really cool. I wanted to talk a little bit too. We know Dark Angels came out, so we're gonna hit them. But I feel like we've been slacking on the X-Wing department. We haven't hit on X-Wing. Now this month is gonna be big on X-Wing. We got the Imperial Raider coming out, which is the mini Star Destroyer. It's gonna be like this big. That's coming out. That's got some really cool upgrade cards for the TIE Advanced. It also has the big ass ship itself and the Emperor Palpatine card, which we talked about a couple shows ago, I think. Being able to get a reroll in any game is pretty good, and being able to reroll anything is probably really good for that game. I feel like, right?
It's Fate Weaver in X-Men.
It is.
It's good. I mean, that is literally what it is.
It's going to be so much fun. And then you've got the rest of Wave 7 coming out at the end of the month too. So you got the K-Wing, which is the crazy bomber for the Imperial.
Is that the one Rebels? The one you showed me the other day?
That was the Punisher, I think.
That thing is awesome though. Whenever that comes out, I'm getting it. Dropping bomb, the cluster bomb.
Oh yeah, the cluster bomb. So normally you just drop one bomb out, but these things can like cluster up. It's like 3, I think. Yeah, it's like a little mini bomb that kind of locks together, kind of like the Apocalypse template. But obviously not as big because it's X-Wing. But so that's going to be really cool. So you got those coming out, and I think there's a new fighter for Scum and Villainy too, and the Houndstooth, which is the bigger it's like a large ship. So a lot going on this month for X-Wing, and I have here a list of the top 5 X-Wing tournament lists going around right now because it's tournament season. I don't know if anybody out there has been playing any regionals or store championships, but I know they've been going on for about the past 2 months or so. So I wanted to run these down. What do you guys say?
Yes, real quick though. Got a new person checking in, Evan Valdyke, I want to say. He says checking in for the first time. Glad to be a new member of the Long War. Thanks, brother.
What's up, man?
Oh, he asked about the Tau Titan too.
Man.
Or was that Clay?
I think that was Clay Cruz. We got Black Tower Terrain popping in. Says, getting in a little late, but big hello from Western North Carolina.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you for checking it out. It seems like shouted everyone out officially. Please hit us with that top 5 list.
Oh, no doubt. So, in no particular order, I actually kind of I I deleted the document on accident, so I had to rewrite it. But
Hey, it looks good though.
Yeah, thank you. So the first one is called the Rear Admiral because
my God, is it really? I love that name.
Yes. Well, it features Rear Admiral. Nobody knows how to say his name, so we all just call him Chippy. Yeah. So it's that big despoiler ship that you guys have probably seen. It's really cool looking. And that is got an engine upgrade, so you can do boost. You got a gunner, so you can get some crazy rerolls on your cannons. Rebel captive, I forget what that does, but I think it actually stresses. If you shoot them, it gives you a stress. Predator, which lets you reroll a select dice, which is pretty cool before you trigger gunner. It's a neat little tech. I think we talked about it on one of the Long War videos.
Well, yeah, yet to be released.
Yet to be released. And Ysan is Sard. She's actually a pretty good upgrade with. She lets you, if you have no shields, you automatically get an evade, which is pretty dope. And then Baron Suter Phil, which is just like a super tie interceptor. He does crazy stuff. He basically arc dodges the whole time. So you just keep them out of arcs and just blasting people from the sides.
Yeah, I don't know how many of our people watch X-Wing or play X-Wing or watch X-Wing battle reports, but we do have 4 in the pipe right now. Our first X-Wing battle report is going to come out next Monday. So it's going to be our introduction to playing the system. Like, it's going to feature me and Rob, I think, and Rob teaching me how to play the game as if I don't know what I'm doing. And I did not know what I was doing.
It turns out you didn't have to do much acting there.
I didn't have to fake anything. I just say what now?
Teach.
So so we have like right out the gate the standard box. We got the 2 little TIE fighters and the 1 X-Wing. We play a game and we get it done. And then we go up from there. We have 4 battles. I think Austin might be in one of them, possibly, maybe not. I think Abe might be in one of them.
Abe might be, yeah. I think Abe's in it.
Juice is definitely in one of them. So we definitely spread it out, and we're going to be doing more. And I would like to see in the Q&A, people shout it out. Like, if you play X-Wing and you're interested in seeing more X-Wing, please let me know on the forum like this.
Oh, yeah, because X-Wing is such a great game. And, it's one of those games that you can go into your game store. You can probably always get a pickup game going, and they probably have a league going on, too. And it's super easy. You don't even have to paint it. You just play it right out of the box,
That's why I like it. I'm just to be honest, like, I'm drinking some beers. You can sit down and play. I mean, come on. This game is awesome. Right?
Yeah, no, it's super fun. It's just one of those fun games. It's really cool. All right, so next list. Now this is kind of a fan favorite here because what it is, it's basically the Millennium Falcon, which who doesn't like the Millennium Falcon, right?
Yo, I hate that stupid thing. I don't like the Millennium Falcon. It's dumb as shit.
Hey. Whoa.
Yeah, seriously.
The thing is a beast.
That's my childhood, Kenny. I'm older than you. Anyways, so you got the Millennium Falcon, Han Solo, and Bandit Squadron pilots × 3. Those are the little Z95 guys. I think they're like 10 points each or something. They're cheap. They're super cheap.
The little blue ones, right?
Yeah.
They're still good. I mean, you can get a lot of them.
Yeah. So you get 3 of them. So you got Han Solo with engine upgrade, so you can do your boost action. Millennium Falcon title, so you get evade. Evade's always good. Kenny likes to evade even in 40K. He's like, I'm evading. I was like, I think you mean Jink.
Same thing,
pretty much. Gunner, C-3PO, and Predator. Predator's got some really good tech with Gunner. Lets you do a reroll before you get your second shooting phase. C-3PO, never tell him the odds because he lets you basically wager to get a free evade token. So if you do it right.
I played Rob with that, and it gets frustrating. I'm telling you right.
I'm like wait a minute.
It's really good.
I wager 1.
I'll do 1.
I'll do 1.
Damn it.
Oh, I just got 2. Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
So good. So that one's pretty dope. And then they got a 4 B-Wing list. Now, B-Wing's a pretty cool ship. I mean, let's be honest. If you grew up in the 80s, you saw the B-Wing, you're like, seriously, I want that ship. That thing is still awesome. I want it. And now you can play a fleet of 4 of these things, just flying around the table, just grab assing it, just blasting stuff. It's a really cool list. That's literally it. You take the very stock B-Wing and fly them around.
It's literally just describe the game.
Take some ships and you move them and you shoot things.
Yep.
We got a few people calling out for X-Wing. Looks like Fallen Cypher's pumped. Logan, I knew Logan McLaren, he's pumped. Real quick, I want to mention this before we run down 3 more lists, potentially for 10 people who aren't pumped about it. We've got 2 people calling out the new Chaos Titans. We haven't talked about that.
Ooh, that is a good one. We need to talk about that.
We got, Famous Amos is bringing up the new Chaos Titans, and I think I saw it in here. I want to make sure to give credit new flashpoint. So both these guys saying, we mentioned Chaos Knight Titans. Austin, what do you think about Chaos Knight Titans?
The most excited person ever. I was building Lord of War. Have you seen that? Like the new Lord of War? I mean, Lord of Skulls, excuse me, with the legs.
That Citan demon engine.
I'm counting him in the mix too. Like he is obviously a Chaos Titan. But
yes.
Then giving a mark to a Titan is going to be so crucial.
Dude, like seriously, I'm a little disappointed with the lack of spice in their rules. I mean, in their points.
Well, they're literally the same stock, except for you can mark them.
Yes, for 75 stupid points for in some cases. Like, no, like Chaos needs a substantially more boost than the Imperium. They literally should have just come with the Demon special rule, lowered their ballistic skill, and taken ion shields off. Like
that, I can see your point there. Yes,
you know what I mean. Something like that. You know what I mean? Like something more spicy. No point changes. But like, I'm a little disappointed with the points. To Kaitan, I'm happy that he's a demon stock. But I'm not happy with his points. Like he should for those points, he should just be 9 whole points.
Yeah, but look. Well, no.
I've got some idea.
555 for 9 whole points.
He doesn't kill shit.
He's 6 whole points.
He's just a Night Titan. He's a Night Titan that costs 100 points more.
Not really. I mean, he's got higher ballistic skill. He's got higher initiative.
Whoa. He is not a Night Titan. He is much better than a Night Titan.
He's way better.
We're talking about a rage demon. He has the demon special.
He has like every special rule
I can book him and destroy everything in combat. He has stomp. He is
of them all. He's the only one I like. I don't like the regular Night Titans.
No, they are cool looking. But
what I like, I don't even think they're cool looking. I think they are a half-assed job at GW. It's literally just the Night Titan with a Chaos conversion kit. Like, I'm honestly incredibly disappointed with that, especially as a guy who just put out a video about like this amazing conversion I did to make mine look Chaos. I was like, really, guys? You just gave me some Baroque armor plates? But I do like the amazing conversion kit they gave to the Lord of Skulls.
Yes.
Like his legs look amazing. He doesn't have that stupid little pot belly. He looks great. And I do agree that the fact that he has Rage, the fact that he also has Crusader, like that's huge. Like I mean, like Crusader works really well. I get to roll 2 dice, put the highest and run.
And he has fleet. He has fleet.
Yeah, he has fleet. He will not die.
Yes, he has a compelling amount of special rules. He is exactly what I was hoping for. I would have liked to see him be the Lord of Skulls. Like the Lord of Skulls is 800 points, and he has 9 whole points and he can't stomp. You know what I mean? Like I would have liked to see him be the Lord of Skulls with legs. You know what I mean? And with you know what I mean? Like, but like a mini Titan. I wanted to see him be in between a Night Titan and like a Warhound Titan.
I got you. I was upset with he didn't get the cool upgrade guns like the Lord of Skulls has.
Yes, right. He has that one gun, and he's only BS3, Rob. He's weapons.
I know, but he has He has 8 shots though.
Yes.
Strength 83.
So that rule that says whenever you destroy something, you
insult something else.
Like, yes, he obviously needs that because he's never.
He has to have that. Yeah.
Well, he's missing a stubber, I think, right? Like he doesn't have something. He doesn't have something.
He needs another weapon to shoot. Like, but that's why most of the time, like, you're not going to shoot the gun until the late game, or even almost never, because he has Crusader. They give you another option. Mm-hmm. Like Crusader lets you add 3 inches to your consolidation moves and roll 2 dice, picking the highest when running. Like, so he gets to roll 2 dice, picking the highest, and re-roll it because of fleet. Like, no, right?
Yeah. And he has the demon special rule, so
he basically always gets to go 12 inches, then 6 inches. Most of the time, you know what I mean? Yeah. So on turn 1, that fool's going 18 inches almost every time. Which is
a track runner. He's a track runner. He literally is just going balls out. Book him. He's got ridiculous invul. I mean, Demon Prince, Cursed Earth. He's ridiculous. Like, kill everything. Stomp the crap out of armies.
He's a beast. He's a beast. He is far more spicy than these other Night Titans, but the Night Titan,
without a doubt.
If you take a stock Night Titan, don't buy anything, because I would not buy any of those demon upgrades. If you bought a stock Night Titan and added it to your Chaos Masons right now, you will have more success than you were having yesterday.
No, I agree with that.
That is the good news, because I was having to do Desperate Allies to do that before, or Come the Apocalypse Allies. But now you get to just take them and all's good.
Another thing too, like psychic powers, you got your demons and chaos now can cast powers on Titan.
Now you can buff. Now you can bust a shroud or an invisibility. Like, seriously, That is the best part of it. I don't care about that whole little demon chart they gave us. I was like, okay, that's dead to me. I don't care about that. I'm not gonna pay that many points for 5+ Vulnerable. What I am interested in is that I have a Night Titan that all my Chaos Sorcerers and all the spell familiars can interact with them. That is what I'm interested in.
Yes, your spawn, Todd, that I've seen you run a lot. Like your guys on bikes can now help out the Titan.
Yeah, big time. And also, but this K-Tan or whatever, he's the truth though. Like I agree with you. He's the guy. Like take him. We have an awesome tutorial up on the internet right now about how to convert one of those if you already have a Lord of Skulls and maybe a spare Lynx laying around. Or not a Lynx. What is that? What is the thing? The Night Echelon?
The Saras, any of the Night. I think David used the Sarastus legs.
Yeah, you have a spare one of those laying around that you spent $400 on, and you don't mind just tearing them up.
It's like $260, but yeah, same deal.
I found it in a garage sale. It's okay.
Yeah, it was a fire sale. No big deal. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. It's kind of cool that they threw us a bone, and it definitely seems like with the Khitan that they kind of thought through it, because they specified the 3 different books you can play it with. They thought of the Unstoppable Slaughter special rule.
I believe it's Demonkin.
It is.
That's blood ties, brother.
This thing is good. He's awesome. He's awesome. It's awesome that he gets to be in the blood and the Demonkin. But what's awesome too is like, I might or not what's awesome, but like what I want to redact here is like I'm only disappointed because stupid Wraith Knights come out and they're not even 300 points. You know what I mean? That is what I'm disappointed. I was like, okay, thank you GW for throwing me a bone, but it's like, come on, man. Like a Night Titan needs to be under 300 points.
It does seem like that.
Is he Initiative 5?
He is.
Well, that makes it. It's still, you have a good point. Like the points obviously is not balanced. Wraith Knights have better weapons. They're jump monsters, gargantuans, like the first ever.
Toughness A with armor saves is far more difficult to deal with.
No doubt, they're going up levels of ruins. They're jump monstrous creatures like vehicles. Yeah. Vehicles have all these issues that Wraith Knights just don't have.
No, I agree. It is like Evan says there. These are the experimental rules, so we might see once these actually go into print, we might see something a little different.
I'll play a K10 right now on my list. I'll just pull out. I have a D-Thirster that I play with. Let me put it this way: I play with a D-Thirster that costs 100 points too much in my list right now. Like I will take that fool out and make points for this Khitan guy.
He will fit in there. I promise. He's going to look good too.
I definitely want to see, what Clay's talking about there, the new Tau Titan. I want to see what that thing points out to be.
Well, you were trying to tell me this thing is huge. Apparently,
it is.
I mean, like it's a Titan.
We scaled it up in Photoshop based on the burst cannons, and that thing supposedly it's just as tall as a Sarastus Knight, and with the guns, apparently it pushes it up to a Warhound height.
We're talking literally Titanfall stuff is happening.
Yeah, so they just keep getting bigger. It's crazy.
I promise that it's not going to go into combat. Remember, like it's going to have assault moves and run away and shoot things.
Oh yeah, it has to. Yeah, you don't want to get caught like that. I mean, even the Elder Revenant Titan does that. It can jump 36 inches.
Yeah. So real quick, got a few. Michael Horner, love the campaign type feel of Sigmar, but the box or buy the box and you'll hate it. Sorry, I'm doing a juice right now. I got to read it. It says buy the box, and if you hate it, you will have awesome models that you can easily use for 40K.
Dude, exactly. Yes. And I've been featuring all sorts of conversions up on Spiky Bits that people are doing, and there's some good looking shit out there.
I'm telling you, man, like people are slapping these Stormcast Eternals on bikes. They're awesome. Thunderhammer, Storm Shield, Terminators. Like these models are big. They're not little.
They're on 30mm bases, aren't they?
I think it's
40.
They're on Termy bases, I think.
Yeah, the stock troops are 40mm bases.
Rob's got one floating around here somewhere, but
I do. I think it's over there. I'll go grab it.
Gnarls Coleman says, I want to ask you guys, is there any way to run a Harlequin army competitively without adding allies? Because I can't think of any way to run them without mass Shadow Seekers.
No, and I play Eldar a lot. There's no reason not to ally. Like that you can use them absolutely, but I would recommend taking some other guys with them.
It's big.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, so Rob's got the model right here. Like this is a large model. Like that is a Terminator size guy, and that is a Terminator base.
Yeah, it's definitely a 40mm base. So pretty dope. Apparently these are going for a lot on eBay right now.
I mean, they came for free with the White Dwarf. So
I paid $4 for it.
There's hundreds of them floating on eBay.
There's got to be. I can't see how there's not.
Oh, but back to that question, Kenny. Conversions like 40K. The Stormcast Eternals, obviously, like people were talking about blood. They look like Blood Angels, almost like the guys with the wings. These guys are based on Deep Strike Reserve. Like in fantasy, there's a place called the Celestial Realm now, which is Deep Strike Reserve.
Oh yeah, they just like a show up.
So this whole army is like a deep striking Terminator army in fantasy. So can you use a deep striking Terminator army in 40K, Rob? A lot of armies have things that come in Deep Strike, and there's a lot of Terminator builds with the new Dark Angels and Space Marines. I mean, heck, customize them. They look amazing. These models are fantastic.
I mean, they look fabulous. Like you literally could just make your Ultramarine army out of these models, paint them blue with gold trim, and it would look fantastic.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Like it would literally any Space Marine chapter would work with them. Like it wouldn't even matter. Like
I agree. Yeah, they're great looking models. I think people will have a use for them for years.
No doubt. Even the new Chaos models from that starter set look amazing. Rob was talking about the Warhound on the Lord's base. He's got like a pet dog.
Yeah, if they came out with a squad of those guys, holy shit balls.
They look way better than the corn dogs that are floating around in 40K today. Like they don't look like a lizard or something.
Stupid lizardman dragon looking thing.
They got that new model. It kind of looks like a Demon Prince conversion waiting to happen.
Like the Hellbrute kind of thing.
The Hellbrute.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that to start showing up in 40K. All of this stuff, all the new things I think that they're going to come out with are going to be able to kind of bridge between the gap between fantasy and 40K, no doubt.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to blur their lines because let's face it, Space Marines work. They sell. They know this. They're not stupid. They've been in business for almost 40 years, so they're just going with what works,
Yeah,
and
they're not suckers. Like they.
Yeah, they got it.
Like I said before,
Yeah, sorry, Austin. Continue.
I was just saying they've read a book. I think they know what they're doing.
They've read things.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do a shout out real quick on the other cellular devices. I got Zach Wilfred, who is back in the hospital, unfortunately. Can't watch. He's in ICU right now. He is texting me through Facebook's. He's just like, oh my God, I wish I could watch the show. I'm looking forward to the podcast tomorrow. Just want to shout you out. So when you do see this, when you do get out, you know that we care about you, brother.
No doubt.
Also, an update on Juice. I forgot. Juice is actually having a family vacation right now.
That was this week?
That was this week. I forgot about it. And he has another one scheduled over the ATC weekend. Basically, a lot has happened between the last time we talked to Juice and now. So now they're just spending what time they can with his father. The money they were able to raise, the GoFundMe, and various other events. We have another event coming up this month to help raise a little bit more money. Are basically just helping Mike get to these destinations before the worst happens. And so our hearts go out to Juice and his family, but they are having a lot of fun right now and they're experiencing life to their fullest. He's not going to be at the ATCs, but Rob and I are still going to be there. We may not be playing anymore because basically the team kind of falls apart when Juice can't go, and then it's a couple other people can't go. So we're looking like at the very least we'll be there as volunteers. So we promise we will be seeing you guys there this month.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. We'll be walking around plus if we're not playing, we're gonna be helping judge whatever Shay needs us to do.
Y'all are welcome at my table, River City 40K. We're playing, we're rolling dice, and we're getting drunk. Like
hopefully we can be drinking with you and slinging some stickers out. Maybe some new swag. Speaking of swag, take a look at the Facebook page. Got a couple of samples coming in, some prototypes coming in from Custom Ink, just to take a look at some stuff so we can model them for you guys for our upcoming Kickstarter that is coming out this summer.
Did you get some of those shirts with the cat shirts? We're gonna model one of those on Andy.
We have. I got a cat size one.
Okay.
We have. Also
little beanie.
Also want to show you guys obviously this prototype right here.
Yo, that's hot. I thought those were like solid black, but they're not. They're super.
I don't know if you can see it. You can see right through them, man.
Yeah, I mean that's smart.
But when you set them back, they're like limo tint. So this was very carefully designed. We're in agreement on this design right here. These are the prototype, but we're basically going to be pre-selling these on the Kickstarter, quantity unlimited. Also, got a whole box of the custom dice.
I want to swim in those dice.
Scrooge McDuck it.
Got the Long War logos on them. hard to see obviously on the camera, but got 700 of these currently. But obviously
I think Kenny has left us.
It's
He got so excited. He went Super Saiyan.
No, it's the dice. The dice they're possessed.
They are.
Chaos is strong.
We're experiencing technical difficulties like it's the 60s.
When you put the chaos wheel this close to the camera, it shuts things down.
Shuts things down. It's like, what is this 8-point star thing? Oh my gosh. Kenny, are you back?
Yo, I hope I'm back.
Oh, well, that's good. It seems like you're back. You shorted out the camera with your chaos.
I think I slammed the dice box down too hard, and all the dice erupted out. You know, and so what the dice. But what I was talking about is the Beast Laboratory is done. We don't have a place to film back reports. We don't. We simply don't. We can film at gaming stores. We can film at people's houses, but we are not going to be able to meet the benchmark of quality that we've been hitting, which is why we're ending up with this Kickstarter this summer. We have enough content to get us through beginning of September, but we need a place by then. So the Kickstarter is going to be basically relocation of the Beast Laboratory, whether it be setting up Rob down there or getting a new suite or something. We need a place to keep doing this content. So obviously, we're going crazy. T-shirts, templates, stickers, dice bags, and obviously dozens of secret things that we're not even going to tell you about because they're going to be secret stretch goals that are going to be hilarious.
All right, I want the little water tattoos with your chaos emblem. I want to like you put it on children.
So you can be Kenny for a day.
For a day, it'll wash off in the shower, guys. But like, I want the chaos.
and also, obviously, before it shuts down, we mentioned this at the beginning of the broadcast. We have a few more people in here. We have the servers all back. The Long War works. Longwar.net works again, but there is a little bit of a problem there in case you guys haven't noticed or you did notice.
Just click the logo. The logo will take you right to the Veterans Hall.
The logo, the Long War logo, the top left of the screen will act as your home button for now because the home button is gone. So just want to hit you guys with that.
As long as you're logged in, you have to be logged in.
Yes, and to log in now, click on log in. Like it's even if it tells you that you're already logged in, click on the login. You'll be able to actually log in. It's a little glitchy right now, but I promise it works. And thank you for bearing with us, man, while we're getting everything moved over to the grown-up server so we can meet these needs and these traffic needs.
It's a nice word for it, the grown-up server. I like that.
I need an adult. Kenny, so somebody in here wants to know, Lamonte wants to know what number the logo is on.
Obviously the 6. Get out of here. Why would you even ask me? I'm not some sucker who puts it on the 1.
Yeah, nobody should do that at all.
Crazy people, man.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So we talked about Dark Angels, or I guess I didn't because I wasn't here. I talked about the Librarius Conclave the week before when it was like 84 degrees in the Beast Laboratory. It's a cool.
I'm not gonna miss that.
No, that last week was pretty rough. I won't lie. So we talked some about the Dark Angels, but I feel like we need to hit on the Dark Angels a little bit more because they're still really good. They got a lot of the same stuff that their brother Marines got, but then we talked about some of those formations, and Austin here actually has some crazy Ravenwing tech for us.
Yeah, we talked about it. We went over that one list,
the Black Knights list,
the Black Knights list last week. Just going over kind of all the stuff in this book. Obviously, you guys have been talking about the Hammer of Caliban as well.
That's another tight one.
So me and Rob are sitting down trying to hammer out some lists on Battlescribe with that. But basically, I am a fan of the apocalyptic blast strength 10
Vindicators,
ignore cover Vindicators. Like that's my jam. Like yeah, it's might be better to have the last cannon out Predators, but like no, that is not my style.
No, you're all about this one big shot.
I want this shot. I've got, up in your face, and I'm using conclave and stuff to, make it invisible.
Obviously you're going to make the Vindicators invisible.
I'm going to make this whole unit invisible, and then we're going to have, a lot of scoring, drop pods and stuff. I'll come out with that. Hope you guys can check that out on the Long War. I'll send Kenny that, that list when we get there.
Yeah, obviously we've been a little stagnant with the Beats Laboratory list updating because the sky was falling for about a week. But we're going to get right back on it, and we're going to be adding all the new Space Marine tech to the Beast Laboratory.
Yeah, no doubt. So keep an eye out for that stuff. But basically, I mean, is there anything? The Dark Angels book is obviously very, very good.
The problem is the Dark Angel book is good, but Sigmar came out right afterwards, and poor little Dark Angels got swept under the rug again, man.
Yep. So you got, people like Marines came out a month ago and like,
where did they go?
What happened? Like, where's the Marines?
People haven't even like played like 20 plus games with the new Marines yet. Like, and new Dark Ages come out. So,
Colt Mechanicus.
So, Colt Mechanicus.
They're so powerful.
Still haven't seen them. Like,
And actually, the battle report in the Hall of Veterans right now. Remember, like anyone who's watching this who's not in the Hall of Veterans, remember, try it for a week for free. Even though it's glitching a little bit right now, it still works. Jump in on the longwar.net and check it out, because right now we have a video with the Colt Mechanicus and the new Space Marines right now. Available only on the Hall of Veterans at this moment until Monday. And I'll tell you right now, the sneak peek, the spoiler is, have you seen anyone play the First Company Task Force yet?
No, I have not.
Well, that's what's happening.
But
so
yes,
it's
excellent.
going to be awesome.
Now there's there was some really good tech we came up with, that make some really tight, close, fun games using the new formations in the Dark Angels book, and it's just really enjoyable,
Yeah, we hit on a couple of those things in that review of the Codex itself. Like obviously
our Space Marine book.
Yeah, the Raven Wing detachment basically allowing 12 fast attacks. There's so
the
much
rift cannons.
There's so much you can. Yeah, that's my jam. Like, I'm gonna take 1,000,000 flyers and we're gonna just drop vortexes all over the place, Kenny. Like, you like that? Like these flyers.
I do like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of blasts. You roll doubles and there's just vortexes. I'm talking 10 flyers that have strength 10 shots.
Yep.
They drop bombs, and then these stasis bombs, can instant death things. But then the rift cannon just causes vortex to float around. That is fun to me. I don't know anybody that has that many of these flyers. But
I don't know anybody that has more than one, to be honest.
Well,
I don't think a lot of people pick them up.
Maybe people will start, pulling dusting their stuff off and trying this stuff out.
Dude, I love. Dude, I played. Did you watch a battle report with the Librarians Conclave that I did?
Like 2 ago.
Was that against Tau? No?
Yeah, against Ames Tau, and I rolled up a vortex, and I was just channeling you the whole time. I was slinging that stupid vortex grenade out there. We had like 3 of them on the table floating around.
Yeah.
I killed my own guy. I killed some of his guys. Like, I was like, let me tell you this, Tigris is very irresponsible with vortex grenades.
I'm just telling you, it brings back memories. I played Kenny at a tournament once, and I basically had to. It was a kill point mission. I was dropping vortexes on.
Dude, we had like all these vortexes. We were boxed in. Remember, they're impassable terrain.
Yeah.
His Terminator squad was boxed in at one point by his own vortexes. Like, he's like, ugh. Let it be done.
It's that sneaky tournament tech. I was trying to slow down his wolf star by sticking a vortex on him, which means if you're stuck in an impassable terrain, you can't move, right? Like that model, they have to move around the model and stuff. Ended up really close game, but that's vortex is my jam. Thanks for bringing
vortex. I loved it. It was so fun just slinging it. It is one turn where I slang the grab guns over here, dropped the orbital strike, and slung the vortex out with preferred enemy on the unit. It was clutch, dude. It was just murdered the whole backline. I was like, I'm not even gonna assault this turn with the super friends. I'm just gonna shoot.
It's brutal.
So many good stories about that. That's why people remember upset about D when the game came out. You know how much fun I've had with that vortex. I've won games with I had to kill a mama bug, and then I'll vortex the mama.
Need a 6 right now.
Rolled the 6, boom. She blows up. All the babies around her die, and I'm like, victory. I won. One grenade. It's crazy how that works.
Yeah, I just want to do a quick rundown here. We're starting to get some more questions stacked up here, so let's hit them up real quick. So Amos is saying Tau and Sisters are the only books that need new-ish in orcs. Yep, I could definitely see some of them coming out by the end of the year for sure. I mean, who wouldn't buy Plastic Sisters? But see, here's the thing. Let me drop some business stuff on you guys real quick, not to get too boring. But as far as Games Workshop goes, their start of their fiscal year is basically June 1st. So for the first quarter of business, generally what businesses do is they can kind of do whatever. They can make a gamble, so to speak. So gamble with Age of Sigmar. If it does well, cool. Then they got their numbers they got this spike in their numbers and their sales. And then they can kind of lay off as they go through the fall and stuff like that. And, we kind of see that, we hear these rumors of stuff coming out, and it doesn't always come out quite in order, because I feel like Games Workshop switches it up. They're like, oh, we need to make money right now. Drop this, this, and this. So right now we're kind of in that, weird phase where they're just kind of, popping stuff out. and just seeing if it sticks. And that's where like the Tzeentch Demonkin and things come in. I could definitely see that coming out this summer.
Just they have a vault. They have a lot of stuff like in the bank. You know, you guys understand running a business. Like you don't just make it and then put it out. Like they have a lot. So.
They have a 3-month window that they can basically get a product out, get it shipped out, get it in the warehouses, and roll with it. You know, so expect a lot of wacky stuff this summer. But expect once it hits September, the shit's gonna get real, and they're gonna be like, oh, we need to put it on our big boy pants now and do some real stuff. You know, so keep that in mind. But if Age of Sigmar does really well, we could see some experimental stuff coming out this September. So, you know, don't know exactly how it's going to go, but there's going to be a lot of wacky stuff coming out between now and September, I feel like. So, yes, I can see the Tzeentch Demonkin for sure. I've been hearing a lot about that.
Tzeentch Demonkin and Nurgle Demonkin, my God, that would make Nurgle Demonkin would be so good.
Yeah, I think that's probably, you know, as far as like the rank of favoritism, it probably goes Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, and then probably Slaanesh last if Slaanesh isn't dead or whatever by this point.
Tyrion may have killed Slaanesh in 40k too. You never know.
He could have. I mean, who knows? I don't know how that works.
The High Elves killed Slaanesh. This is all happening.
I don't know.
That's some fantasy talk right there. That's a real nerd.
I can see it happening. So as far as Amos, the Dark Angel FAQ. Yes, we know there's a problem with the Ravenwing thing. They need to address it. Will they? I don't know. If I was running a tournament, I'd be like, yo, if you can take a bike, you basically get the Ravenwing special role.
And I believe they're going to fix it. It's just how long it's going to take them to actually do it. Like it's going to take them a while because it's GW. They have other priorities. But
they do. They're busy people.
If you're playing just with a group and you're not playing in a tournament scene, or even if you're going to a tournament, just reach out to your TO or just talk to your friends. Like I will let you play with a librarian on a bike and say that he is Ravenwing play because I don't care. That's fine.
I mean, they definitely need to fix that because I was talking to like Steve Turner on the phone about it today. The problem is like handing out the Ravenwing special rule to solo dudes. Like that's a powerful thing because Ravenwing gives you a lot of special abilities that you get to confer to all of the unit.
Right, and then also too, and you can take that shroud and get to get a 2-up freaking cover and be able to re-roll it because of Ravenwing. So
they could have just made a mistake, but they also could be having some new characters coming out for the first time ever. You know, like
that is also a possibility. We could see some splash releases. You know, it's hard to say.
Speaking of bikes, I don't know if the camera is super distorted.
Was that English or robot?
I don't know. So obviously we're having some glitchy camera work here.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Try it.
You're mostly fine. Go for it.
I want to show you this. Have you guys ever seen this model?
What? Focus. Let it sit there. Speak again.
Hold on. Let me just put it on me. So this. Can you guys see that box?
Yes.
Yeah, some high-tech miniatures. It looks like
it's like a jet bike, right? It's super crazy looking, right? Like I didn't even know it existed. And
it's very grot-like.
Dude, I mean, it has all these Tesla canisters that I haven't glued on yet. But like, look at his arm too. Wow. Buzzsaw. Like that, I got that from Cromlech. So this guy is going to be my Gorgon chain, Power Fist, Lightning Claw combo right here.
It's a beast.
And yeah, like I said, he's got these Tesla coils, and they go all around the front of this bike, like all super gangster looking. Like so, this is like.
Does that have teeth? Can you like put teeth on the front of that one? Is that the?
Easily, it's got a grill. That's like its jet intake. Like it's the most weird looking jet bike I've seen an alternate company make. He's got a chain on his arm, dude. He's like the gear cult. Like he is gonna be the Gorgon chain guy. I even bought enough of those silly little drill bits to put on my regular Marines. Dude.
That is literally a jet bike from like Tatooine or something like.
Seriously, dude. Like it's called like the Zeister Gear Cult bike from High Tech Miniatures. It is super amazing. Check it out online, man, when you get an opportunity. And also don't forget to check out Cromlech because they got all those alternate like drills and buzzsaw bits that bring that Iron Hands flavor to the next level.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. The Cromlech and Maximini too are really good conversion.
Maximini doesn't play games, man. They're amazing.
Yeah. Just trying to do a rundown here real quick. Amos says the first Horus Heresy book, Lord Commander Eidolon. Yeah, no, definitely the true pimp of the Emperor's Children finally getting some love.
Let me talk about that Grey Knight and Conclave combination. Somebody asked me about.
Oh yeah.
Woo! I was talking. I literally.
That's what we talked about at dinner tonight.
This was my dinner conversations with my friends. Just so you know, Grey Knight's like I've played obviously purifiers and drop pods for a long time when the new Grey Knight Codex came out, and I was taking Marines already, and I was running about 17 to 19 psychic dice. With the new conclave and new list building, it has changed for the better. Oh my god! Now we're basically taking 20 purifiers, 3 fast attack drop pods, Tigurius with the conclave, so he's got 2 more level 2s in there. Then we have another level 2 from the CAD, then 2 units of scouts, strike squad, then a level 3 librarian with the Domina, then there's 4 Centurions with and an Omniscope in there as well, and then a Bastion with an escape hatch. So what this looks like on the field is the whole conclave, all of the Centurions, all of the Psychers can go in the bunker together, come out in the center of the table. It is 21 psychic dice. I'm landing with all of the purifiers turn 1. Basically, I can cast Misfortune pretty much at will, 2 to 3 times depending on what I roll with my Psychers. That's a lot of rending, ignore cover, strength 5, Novas hitting everything from I can do that 4 times now. The conclave being able to cast 3 powers on 2-ups just makes the list ungodly powerful.
Gives you a lot of options.
So I'm
sure.
going to be taking this at the competitive scene wherever the list construction allows, and I can't wait to start rolling this out, man. It's going to be great. Grey Knights are definitely at the forefront of psychic abilities for sure. So I can't wait.
I mean, my next army I'm working on is a Grey Knight CAD. That's for my personal choice. That biker is a part of it. I'm doing Grey Knights as a CAD, 3 source, because 3 source seems to be like what people are going to. I've got Blood Angels obviously for my Feel No Pain. I've got Clan Racken for my super Gorgon chain guy, but also my Centaurians, because I want +1 Feel No Pain Centaurians to be linked up with that Sanguinary Priest. But my tech is the Sanguinary Priest has the wings, like the angel's wings. And I'm obviously
trying to gate around.
Gate around, dog. Nobody ever talks about the angel's wings. They let you reroll the.
It is.
They let you reroll. They let you reroll the scatter and the mishap.
They do.
Like, dude, so like you're gating around, just nope, I don't care. And I got my level 3s. I got Drago. I got my level 3 librarian, and I've got 3 Dread Knights kitted out. Like literally gonna be, and I got the Gorgon chain guy attached to that little Death Star. So it's awesome because you have 3 50mm bases, a 30mm base, a biker base, and 2 40mm bases. And you can drop that line. So when you gate around, you make the most ridiculous concentric circle with the Gorgon guy on his bike right in your grill with Drago there. So he can look out, sir, back between the 2. And this guy's obviously got the super Feel No Pain. But what's good about that is having a jump guy in there and a guy with a really long base lets you make the unit, makes the unit fast. Even though half the guys in Unicorn with 6 inches, you have a guy back here with a jump, guy in the front that can go 12, and he's got a long base.
String him along, yeah.
You're literally like slingshot them into any combat you need to, and then break them off, and then gate out of combat, and then hit people with multiple, misfortunes and triple heavy incinerators. Like you do all sorts of things. So I'm also playing a Grey Knight list. Like I'm with you on that. Centurions and Grey Knights, love them.
Oh, no doubt.
That seems really good.
The conclave is obviously one of the best things out there right now. So that was my first attempt to put it in the list, and it's going to do a lot. But another thing that the Angel's Wing you're talking about, also you have to snap fire when intercepting. Like it's really good against a lot of armies. And it's only like a 25-point item, and it's a jump pack that gives you all of that. It's one of the best items in that.
It's a jump pack. That's 5 more points and gives you all these new gears. It's a relic.
Yeah, that seems really good.
It's so good.
Yeah, I would take that. Real quick, Void Ray Prime, I wanted to hit you up about that Battlezone stuff. Check out NC Wargamers group on Facebook. They had a bunch of cool pictures of some Battlezones terrain put together that look pretty dope. You might want to copy some of the pictures they posted up on there. What we got? Did we leave anybody out? I don't think so. Well, I think we did it, guys. We pulled through with no Juicy J.
We did it, and right after this, we got to do the podcast.
Yep. No rest for the weary. Well, maybe time for a drink or 2
and a cigarette.
Let me put it this way: I haven't drank since 4th of July.
I'll drink one for you.
Please drink 2 for me.
Dawson's drinking 2 for you right now.
Thank you, sir. It's hard, man. Gout is real.
Gout and glutens. They're all real things, people.
I don't have either of those. So
Yet.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get the gluten. So,
judging by your freezer, yes. But that's okay. We still love you. All right, guys. I think that's about it for this one. Head on over to longwar.net for exclusive content and early access videos. Become a veteran of the Long War today. Good night, everybody.
Night.